EzyLock is the first ever smart lock with 4G capabilities. Yes, you heard that right, 4G in our smart lock. So when Wi-Fi drops, a lot of the times reservations are not active in the system. Guests aren't receiving codes. Notifications are cut short. So our lock connects to the nearest 4G cell tower and ensures none of that happens. We're still sending codes out. Guests are still being able to get in the house. Property is active in the system, and there's not going to be a headache for both you or the guests. Our 4G takes care of all of that for you. So with EzyLock, you have one centralized management system. So what that means is you have a system that overlooks all your locks and all your properties. It tells you the battery life for each lock, the Wi-Fi levels, the 4G signal, and it ensures that your locks are all connected at all times. This saves a lot of time, resources, as you don't have to send out an employee or anyone to go change the batteries if, let's say, they die and you're not aware of it. This is going to save guests from being locked out unexpectedly. This just keeps everyone and everything in order and running smoothly. Like I said, we have 4G capabilities. We have Wi-Fi as well. The dual communication that ensures your lock is active at all times, ensuring guests can come in the house and not be locked out. With that being said, we also added an emergency code feature for any case that the guest forgets the code or it gets lost. Anything happens, we have an emergency code backed up into the lock that at any time will work, and only you, the guest, will know that. And it changes automatically for every reservation. So no emergency codes are being reused. Every new guest will have a new one, and it's there just for safety and for backup reasons in case anything were to happen with the Wi-Fi and 4G. So with EzyLock, we're all about security. That's why we programmed our locks to not ever reuse any of the codes for the previous reservations. They automatically change and give you new codes for all your new reservations ahead of time. So this prevents unauthorized access to any of your properties and keeps everything in line. Your new guests will never have to worry about any kind of unexpected circumstances of someone coming to their home when they're not invited. You're able to create groups for certain employees and staff. You're gonna have a group for your maintenance staff, for your pool staff, cleaning staff. They'll each have unique access codes for each individual properties that they can have access to. With that being said, you don't have to give access for your staff to go to all the properties. You can set specific properties for only specific staff to enter. And with that being said, if there's any kind of issues with certain staff and you don't want them in the properties anymore, you can simply revoke them from all the homes you had given them access to with a one-click button, and everything is resolved. With EzyLock, we have customizable event notifications. So what this is we basically send you notifications every time a lock is running low on battery. If there's a connection issue with the Wi-Fi or 4G, any kind of issues going on in the system will notify you and alert you ahead of time so that you stay on top of all the locks, all the homes, no guests are locked out, and everything is running smoothly. So with EzyLock, we actually built in a sleep mode function to preserve a lot of the battery life in the lock. This is saving a lot of energy. Unlike other locks in the market, we built this to pretty much sleep the entire time, unless you go up to it and enter your code. This saves a lot of operational costs, as it's less frequent that you have to send someone out to replace the batteries. When we were designing EzyLock, we were looking at all the current solutions in the market. We had other property managers come to us explaining that they were having all these problems with the current locks that they have for their short-term rentals. He told me that there's no one solution that solves all the issues he's having, and locks aren't made for this kind of operation. That is where EzyLock was born. We worked directly with this property manager and created features that's going to solve all the headaches and issues going on in this industry. Wi-Fi and 4G is a big one. We are the first ever smart lock to include a 4G SIM card in there. What this means is your Wi-Fi drops from the home, which happens all the time. Guests are locked out frequently, calling you, emailing you, unhappy about their situation, and that's where the 4G comes in. 4G connects to the nearest cell tower and it ensures reservations are still active, guest codes are still sent out and that they can easily get into their home at the correct time.
Thank you for watching. For more information, visit EzyLock.com.